We welcome you here to a big night of fights. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside my ringside partner, Teddy Atlas. Looking forward to all the action today, and we're just about set for it. The Beast's so attentive when it comes to this moment here. This is where everything he's done, all the hard work he's put in, comes down to one singular moment of concentration. Benavidez on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Beterbiev just creating a little bit of real estate for himself. See, that's some fine defense right there. I love that block by Beterbiev. The Beast is tagged by that powerful hook. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores.
In and out, in and out.
He has his target. He lands a straight right. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Uppercut right on the mark.
Go get him.
Good flush shot upstairs. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of them. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Takes a step back, then the counterpunch by the Beast from the east.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make a miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Look, you're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more.
Nice work, nice work. Muy bien. Don't get too close to him. Don't get too close. I need you to move more. Keep moving. You hit him really good in that round.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway.
Come on, kid. Fuck this.
Targeting that belt line with the right hand. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. The Beast's defense is paying off now. Good defense, just covering up down low. Blocks that belt line well. Artur Beterbiev showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Parries the punch, puts one in there. He's committing to the work downstairs. He puts forth a right hand. Halfway through round number 2. The Beast's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Back and forth exchange. The Beast is banged around by a big uppercut.
Hey, keep your hands up.
That was a fine block by the Beast from the East. Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch.
Uppercut.
Tired. He's tired.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. And he returns on that exchange. Wow, is he defensively sound. The Beast is banged by a big uppercut. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he was doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
And round number 3 is underway. The Beast has got to be feeling the sting of that big, powerful hook. What a damaging blow. Nice hook upstairs. He scored well after being hit himself. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort.
You got this one.
And now a well-placed hook to the head. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Teddy, I've heard you say it many times before. but the better fighters have a wide array of punches.
Yeah, well, you have to, because obviously your opponent is going to adjust to what you're doing. You want to keep them off balance. Stay effective.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. And he's holding. Halfway through this round here. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Good way to protect the midsection. A knifing left hand by Artur Beterbiev. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. A headshot blocked. Good body shot. The right hand came home. Look at that. The hook came home with ease. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Artur Beterbiev stumbled back. He just got hurt.
He's what?
10 seconds remaining in this round.
Do that again.
Listen, you need to mix your punches up. Throw more punches to the body. You're looking.
What did I tell you? Keep your hands up. You're throwing punches, but your hands are down. Are you good? Focus now. Focus.
All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
The Beast's enjoying a lead on Teddy's scorecard, the first time we look at the scores ringside here tonight. Although early on here, it's not as if either man is in complete control of this fight. Nice block by the Beast from the East. Really frustrating his opponent now. The Beast is so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Come on, kid.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Well timed by Artur Beterbiev. He took a step back, landed the counter punch. Solid shot, the left hand came in. He goes from damaged goods to defensive goods.
Yeah, because right now he's fighting on instinct. He's doing things without even thinking, just automatic things. Things that he was taught 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that maybe he thought about, but he didn't do. Now they're just coming out. He's just naturally surviving.
Artur Beterbiev punches just don't look like what they should look like right now, Teddy. Look at that! Oh, and here comes the first challenge of his night. Down he goes.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Down he goes. Now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Little head hunting never hurt. Does it with the hook. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Able to dismiss that body shot. Missed that uppercut. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. The beast is defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. And round 4 comes to an end.
Keep him away.
Artur Beterbiev is feeling great right now, and why not? He just scored the knockdown, and now he's got that eye. He's got that target, that vision. He knows what he can get after.
And there's no reason why he wouldn't have that. Right now, the only thing that he has to be careful that he doesn't have is overconfidence. He doesn't get reckless.
All right? You're not protecting yourself.
You got any more of these? I'll give you one. Hold it. More blood? Yeah.
Real good sign for him right here. He's coming out and looks fresh. He's up on his toes and boxing the way he was. That after a round in which he was knocked down.
Yeah, that's about DNA. That's about genetics. I mean, he has good recovery skills. That's it.
Good, good.
Able to cover up that gut.
You're still not.
Well, I don't know if he's hip
enough.
to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
You're not focusing. Come on, get focused.
And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon.
Pace yourself.
And he just holds on there.
Relax,
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go.
Focus.
Artur Beterbiev impressing the judges and himself with that right hand.
Finish with the hook.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Artur Beterbiev is giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Last 10 seconds. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and it looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the jab pumping, then throw the lead right hand. You're winning this fight. That was good. You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Now hugging on the inside.
Let's see some more head movement.
The Beast's been able to let loose. He's throwing punches. He's just not landing enough of them.
Well, he's throwing them from a little too far away. He's not getting into that punching chamber. He's starting to launch him just a little too soon, and his opponent is warned.
Pace yourself. Work the body, kid. Watch the hook.
Now he ties up there.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Halfway through round 6.
Keep your head moving. Uppercut.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Oh, what a whiff by El Terrible. El Terrible's head movement is really a factor in this fight. I mean, who would have thought it? Just one of the aspects of defense could be such a big key to this fight right now.
Yeah, it is, and his opponent right now is not making adjustments. Matter of fact, he's starting to drown himself because he's going more and more head hunting, and the more he does it, the more he misses, the more frustrated he gets, the more tired he gets. He needs to make a change downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body.
End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even, and I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. Throws a jab, parry it away, and you'll catch it.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. El Terrible's done everything that's been asked of him right now. Absolutely everything through the first half of this fight. Can he keep it up?
You're still not moving enough. Move, move. You're not focusing.
Big shot he just scored with. And for the 2nd time tonight, he goes down. Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Good scoring counter punch by the Beast.
Focus.
The Beast's punch is far off the target. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not al dente. It's really, really wet noodles.
Halfway through the 7th round. El Terrible's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
All right, let's do it.
Unload more punches. Pace yourself. Right.
Well off the mark by the Beast from the East. Blocks that blow, and then a counter uppercut. We count down the final moments of this round. And that's the end of round 7.
Capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for it.
It's all yours, baby. But you gotta keep working. Keep working, and this is your fight. Don't get lazy out there, okay? Don't get lazy. You're winning this fight, but don't get lazy.
Round number 8 is underway, and Teddy, a chance to look at your scorecard. You got him up pretty good. We often use that word judicious in describing a fighter, of picking your spots and being effective when you do.
Well, that's a good point, Joe, and that's exactly what he's doing. You know, he's making him do what he wants to do without even coming forward. You know, he's pushing him all over the ring, but not with any physical force. Just by making sure that he controls the guy mentally, that he makes the guy feel a certain amount of pressure and makes the guy react the way he wants him to react.
Keep moving, keep moving.
What an excellent 2-punch combo by the Beast.
Punch, punch. Uppercut.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. .90 seconds to go here in this round. Blocks it away. Well placed, straight right hand.
Move your head.
The Beast's clinching a lot, Teddy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, you got to wonder if the referee's going to start coming in there, give him a few warnings right now. But he's got to get himself together. That's what he's trying to do. And then hopefully he can find a way to get on the offense.
You're not focusing.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
Come on, kid, focus.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up. Keep your hands moving, keep busy, and you'll beat him to the punch.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout.
Focus! Come on, kid, focus!
You see him holding on.
Hook! Hook! Unload! More punch!
He just missed that shot up top. The Beast's just a sitting target here now. I mean, you know where to find him each and every time you come on the attack.
Yeah, he's very predictable. He needs to get on those feet a little bit, start to change his place in that ring.
90 seconds into the 9th round.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Punch, punch. Uppercut. Come on, kid, focus.
Artur Beterbie's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Let it go.
The Beast's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming
You're
right
still
back
not
at him. His
moving it
opponent
up.
scored well with the counter. Artur Beterbie's proving here that you can't hit what you can't reach. You see the movement he's putting forth.
Yeah, he's using his legs real well. He's controlling range. He's just not allowing his opponent to get into the punching distance he needs.
The Beast's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body, because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Just grabbing onto his opponent.
You're not focusing.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by the Beast. Missed the body shot. Good return fire that time.
Working the body.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by the Beast from the East. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Halfway through round 10. Nice block by El Terrible. Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. It was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
Focus. Cover him.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round. 10 seconds to go.
Stay away from him. Come on.
And we come to the end of the round.
I need you to move this round, all right? Move. Muévate.
Don't doubt yourself. You can still win this one.
There you go.
So the start of the 11th round, Teddy, you have him down by just a slight margin, but just to look at him, to look at these two guys, you can tell he has less left in that gas tank.
Yeah, does he want to fight it? Does he want to go to the reserve? Everyone, Joe, even you, has a reserve tank. Go find it.
Teddy, when you've been in the corner in your career and you have a charge who is not making a lot of contact, what do you tell him?
The first thing I tell him, Joe, is shorten up your punches a little bit. The other thing I tell him is he's making you miss, so you know what? Feint him a little bit. Get a false move out of him. Get a premature move. And when he moves, then time him. Now you're going to catch him.
Keep moving.
Smart boxing here. Good effective work with the counter punch by El Terrible. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Halfway through this 11th round. El Terrible is way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Big right hand. the Beast's in a much better place now. This is a good comeback. I wonder if he can come all the way back in this fight.
Why not?
Move your head. You're still not moving enough.
What a smart combination by El Terrible.
You're not focusing.
Off target with that hook. Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. And that's the end of round 11. El Terrible is in position right now to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way, because I can't see it any other way.
Breathe, deep breath, get some water. You're good. You're okay. Breathe for me. Now listen, you threw a wide punch and it caught you. Tighten up your punches.
Final round of this scheduled 12 round.
Working the body.
El Terrible's got a way of just getting away from that punch.
Body shot, body shot. Come on, kid, focus.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Pace yourself. Relax, relax.
Way to block there. El Terrible is almost as if he's scared to throw punches right now, that he's just thinking strictly about defense. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. And he ties up on the inside. He missed with that headshot. A minute to go in the fight.
Body shot, body shot.
Focus.
The Beast's hit by a counter punch there. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round.
Keep moving. Garanticidos, cabeza.
A consistently strong performance tonight.
You don't have to be a calculus major to score this one. Just put those 10-9s together.
And our ring announcer is standing by with the official decision. That's a well-earned victory by El Terrible. And it's nice to see when not only all three judges have it for him, but your scorecard agrees.
Yeah, it is. That doesn't mean I'm going to hang out with these guys or go to dinner with them afterwards, but right now I'm going to say, job well done, guys.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.